the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So TCU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you...
Gashing the knee on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his man, it's James.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way. Way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game. You want to pay it off and just put some points up on it.
And see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So the Memphis Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, Dave?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give headed toward right tackle. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's McAllister. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the toss. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This running back is so dynamic. You've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
To the air, it's Hoover. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't work on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Back to pass. Trying to pull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. First down here. Lewis to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Johnson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Thompson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
3rd down play from the gun. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Pulls it in, it's Payne. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the play fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. Turns it on in midfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. He'll toss it.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Lewis wants to pass. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, a lot of of space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
They'll try the run. Creates a little space. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for. Down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air, it's Hoover. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice game.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's James. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Line getting set on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And the D deny them on second and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the...
It's a seam wide open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt.
And And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big game. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. What a job to lay out and make the catch. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lewis to throw. Shoots it to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
Turning on the Jets.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis wants to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat and mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it at the 20. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down, and you're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield. Looks as if he'll have enough to pick up the Memphis first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Catch in the middle, it's Cross. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. There he goes. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and have had 0 success. It's 4th down. Hunt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Lewis wants to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got a man. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Lewis to throw. Got it! And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. Touchdown, Memphis! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gives it on the option. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It's a running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Lewis wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Memphis!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. He wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
You know, tight ends are such a matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They stripped it out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolute shank. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Snagged out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's small. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sideline.
He's got it, first down and more. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Hoover. It's complete on the right side. Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a 1st and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. You understand the celebration after taking the lead. But this thing is not over yet.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that?
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to where they want to kick the field goal.
Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gotta find a completion on this one. The throw to the outside is complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.